Hey everybody, Dr. Scott Uhald here, and welcome to the September edition of the Wealth of Health newsletter. This time around, we're going to do something that's really kind of close to my heart. We're going to come full circle and we're going to climb the Manitou Incline. And during that, we're going to do a little documentary and kind of give you the ins and outs on how to conquer that beast. Everything from registration online to parking and then actually climbing the hill. I want to share something with you. Is it 10 years ago was the last time that I did the incline, and then I did it this morning. And in between, found out I had significant heart disease. And as a result of the medical care through our on-site clinic, Dr. Shane McCarthy, I was diagnosed with cardiovascular disease. It's since been cleaned up. I've had surgery, and I guess when I say I come full circle, this again is the first time I've done it. I pushed myself pretty good and I felt really, really good. I did an accomplishment. Let me tell you a little bit about the incline. First of all, it's not for the weak at heart. It's extremely difficult. It raises, I think, 2,000 feet in about just under 9/10 of a mile. There's over 2,700 steps that you have to go up. And you do need to be prepared. I would like to say, and I have checked with my doctor, if you have any kind of medical concerns from asthma, not really being very fit, any of that stuff, past heart disease or any of that, please check with your physician before you do the Manitou Incline, because like I said, it's one of the harder hikes, not only in Colorado, but probably the United States. It's difficult. And like I had mentioned earlier, I'm coming full circle on this. And I'd like to give you a few tips on how you can survive the Manitou Incline. Well, first off, you want to prepare. And a couple of things I think that everyone should consider when you're doing the incline. Number one, you got to be concerned about the weather. I would encourage you to probably try to go earlier in the morning than later in the afternoon, because we do get rainstorms and you do not want to be on the mountain when rainstorms come in. It's not safe. You want to probably wear sunscreen and some sort of cover, because again, when the sun comes out, it's on your back and it gets warm when you're climbing that mountain. Footwear is very important. I would encourage you to maybe get a hiking boot, not necessarily a running shoe or something light. You might think, hey, that's going to help, but I mean, this walk and this climb is difficult and you'll tear those shoes apart. In addition, going down Bar Trail, and it's about 3.5 miles that you're going to go down Bar Trail. There's a lot of gravel and you can slip, and so you want a shoe that really sucks around your foot so that you get good quality footing, not only going up the steps, but also coming down the trail. As for water, I would encourage you to bring a lot of it. There's a pretty cool accessory. It's called a CamelBak that you can throw on. Holds a lot of water. It goes on your back. But if not, bring bottled water. And I would encourage you to make sure that you're hydrated before you get on the incline. Don't wait to get hydration in you when you're on the incline, because you will get dehydrated, and that's going to increase your likelihood for cramps and then post-exercise muscle soreness. All right, some pre-planning that you should consider when you're going to the incline is, number one, you just can't drive there and get going on it. You actually have to go online at the website that's over my shoulder, and you have to register. They've got, I think it's half-hour increments. And then also, you need to make sure that you park in the proper spaces. When you get up there, you're going to see lots of places where it says do not park. And when it says do not park, do not park. They will tow your car, and it's anywhere from $75 to $150 fine. So make sure that you get your parking and you plan ahead with that aspect of it. But once you get to the trailhead, it's pretty nice. You just show the person your pass, and then off you go. You're off and running. One other thing that I want to say about preparation is, don't just go on a whim and say, hey, I'm going to do the incline. I've actually been training on the Motor City stair climber for the last 4 weeks to go up the incline, and it really, really helped. If you go up there just, a weekend warrior, and you try to do that, you might very well make it. But you're going to be so sore for the next 4 or 5 days from climbing that thing that it's going to be a deterrent to keep you from wanting to do it again. Now, the next thing that I want to highlight for sure, and I did a pretty good job at it today, is that you need to pace yourself. All right, again, you have 2,788 stairs, I believe, that you got to climb, and some of these steps are pretty significant. You're going to feel it in your quads, you're going to feel it in your hamstrings, you're going to feel it in your hips, you're going to feel it in your glutes. So you want to pace yourself. You know, the lower 500 yards of it is not really that difficult, but then it goes vertical and it gets steep. So you want to pace yourself. I got into a nice little 1, 2, 1, 2 kind of footsteps, and that was helpful for me. But I wasn't going one step at a time, especially once I got past the false summit. I was taking a step, another step up, step, another step up, step, another step up. Because I'll be honest, I was pretty tired. It was fatiguing. But something else that I want to mention is that at 3 different spots, there's actually a return to base option where you can get off the trail and then head back down. It's about, I think the highest one up is about 2/3 of the way up the trail, and then there's a couple that are a little bit lower. And I'm not kidding, it's nothing against you if you need to get off the trail and head back down, because again, it's a very, very difficult trail, and you need to be physically fit to go to the top.
All right, Scott, we're at the last cutoff. How you feeling?
Oh, this is a lot of work, man. Most I've done in a long, long time, but it's fun. I'll just keep putting along. All right, a couple more things I'd like to mention. And let's make this fun. I mean, it's a challenging walk and challenging incline, but make it fun. Invite friends, bring guests, take your time. You know, don't make it a race. You can take some really gorgeous pictures along the way. There's a lot to look at. You can see the Summit House from Pikes Peak, or on Pikes Peak, pretty close. It's kind of cool. But make a day for it. I would plan at least half a day. Manitou Springs is a really pretty place. You can go down afterwards and maybe stop off at some of the shops that they have there. It's a very eclectic city. And probably, this is kind of preventive care, if you will, is I would highly recommend that you stretch. Not only before you get on the incline, but definitely afterwards. I mean, you're going to build up some serious lactate in your muscles, and stretching, and again, being well hydrated, will really help to dissipate that lactic acid, get it processed, get it metabolized out of your system, so that you're not really sore in your legs in the upcoming days. All right, everybody, we made it. 3 hours and 20 minutes later, drank all my water, and we're now at the base of Bar Trail. 18,000 steps, all in the morning. Boy, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but that was a lot of fun. So, tell you what, prepare for this thing, train for it, but when you get the opportunity to do the Manitou Incline, I encourage everybody to do it. But again, make sure your health's good. This is one heck of a hike. We're all done. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.